I was with Chris. We went to Old Delhi. He didn't tell you as well. Not only did I have the fire pond, but we had jalebi. You know what jalebi is? Jalebi. Yeah? So we had some jalebi, and then we had some roti. You know roti, the bread? Actually, we made the roti. We asked the guy if we could make it. So we made it, stuck it on there, and had the little tongs and took it off. And then what else did we have? Oh, coffee ice cream? Oh, then we rolled the whatever we call them, whatever those things are. We rolled those things. But it was amazing. Someone asked me we went to a few of the temples. And someone asked me what we like most about India. And they were asking about the monuments and everything. And we said we love the people of India. That's the thing we love the most. For sure. Absolutely. We are thrilled to be back in India. This is my second time. And in the last 2 days, Chris, gosh, we've had thousands of people the last 3 days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And to see Denis. And we're so thrilled that you have come out to be one of the first people to consider and be a part of this great movement that is really changing people's lives all around the world. So thank you so much for who you are as people and your commitment to join us at this early stage of the business. And we would like to start by just giving you a round of applause for who you are. Thank you. I am from America, and we all have different stories, and we all have our own story. And I grew up in America, and I have known and been around the Indian people in America my whole life. Because you're everywhere. You own all the businesses. You own all the restaurants. You have some of the most fantastic food. And I just love who you are as people, your integrity, your work ethics. I love who you are as families, how you honor and respect and love the generations of families. That is truly amazing for me as American to see that. How the young honors the next generation, and that is just fascinating for me to see, and it's a blessing for me to witness, and it's really incredible for me to see it in this country. We have anticipated as a company and as a group of leaders, we've anticipated for a long, long time to step our feet, whatever it is, into this beautiful land of India, and to say that we're officially launching Denis India, and we are here, and we are thrilled to be in this beautiful land of people, of who you are, and what you're going to do with this great company. You know, I have to always talk about it because it's one of the craziest things I've ever experienced my entire life, is that I've been here for 7 different cities, and I've traveled your roads about maybe 15 hours that I've been in vehicles on the roads, and I'm alive. And I am thankful every single time that I get out of a car, that I went someplace and I actually lived, you know. I mean, Chris and I, we had a nice tour. We went to the India Gate in New Delhi. And then we went from there, we went to the temple, and then we went from there to Old Delhi. And tell you what, that night alone, I thought I was going to die at least probably 25 times. I mean, it was the craziest thing I've ever experienced. And I've been across the world to Athens, Greece, which is totally, they're crazy drivers over there, Mexico City, Rio de Janeiro, Bangkok. You know, it doesn't matter. There's crazy drivers all over the world. But you guys beat them like so bad. They don't even compare. You know, I mean, I was taking videos to show my children, because I got teenagers. You know, teenagers think they're good drivers, right? They don't even have a clue how to be a good driver. I mean, I survived the cars, then I survived the taxis going through, and then I survived the bicycles coming across, and then the mounds of people that keep coming through. You can't even see anything because of the people. And then there's trucks and there's taxis. But then, obviously, then there's all these dogs that are going across, and you got to watch out for the dogs. And of course, last couple of days, we saw some monkeys going across. So you had the monkeys going. I was walking through Old Delhi, and here comes a monkey jumping from one building to another. So I survived that one. And then, of course, the cows. You know, I mean, we've survived not being damaged by any of these great, beautiful beings that are in this land, that are everywhere, and that. But anyway, it's a crazy experience as someone that comes into your land. You guys are for sure the craziest drivers in the world. But I say this with all honesty, because I have sat on purpose in the front seat of the vehicles that I've been in, because I want to watch it, because I am blown away. I am astonished of how good of a driver that you are. I really believe you're the craziest, but that you're the best in the world. And I say that with all sincerity. You guys can handle any situation that comes across. And you're going to hear that from some of our diamonds talking about applying that to your business. But it's really phenomenal, and I do admire that. Let me get my ugly face off of this screen. You know, we all have a story. We don't get to choose where we're born, right? We're just born, and here we are. Then we end up having our life story, right, wherever we are. I grew up in a small town in America, in Texas. Anybody know where Texas is in America? It's where the cowboys still are cowboys, where they still have horses and cowboy hats, and they still have guns. That's Texas. But I grew up in that really awesome state, and grew up with a big family. My parents and 8 children. Anybody here grow up in a big family of a lot of children? Okay, just a few people. There's 8 in my family, and I was number 7. And I was the littlest guy in the house, and I had to fight for everything. I still recall all this stuff about being a little boy in that house with all these grown teenagers. We had 4 boys when I was growing up at that time, and we shared a small bedroom, 8 feet by 8 feet, and we had a set of bunk beds. And there was 2 boys per bunk bed sleeping in the beds. And of course, my older brother, Greg, he was the biggest, so he took his own bed, which meant the other 3 little boys had to share one bed. And you know, I didn't know any better. It was fine. I grew up, and I had to fight for food. I had to fight for TV. I had to fight for doing anything I wanted to do. I remember when I grew up, we had 3 TV channels. You know, it's crazy today. We have, 500 TV channels, and there's nothing on TV. Same thing in India, right? You sit down there on TV and you want to watch something, and you go through 150 channels, and you say, "Oh, honey, there's nothing to watch. Let's do something else because there's no TV on," right? But I grew up with not a lot of money. We didn't have very much money at all. But I graduated from high school, and nobody in my family went to university. So I graduated from high school and got a job. And I was making okay money, but I didn't really have a financial future. I really didn't know what I'd do with my life. And then someone invited me to a thing called network marketing, to come to a meeting back in 1980, to a meeting called network marketing. I fell in love with the concept called network marketing, the business model, the idea behind it, that I could own my own small business, and that I could also invite other people to own their business. And as a team, I could help people sell products to a community, and I could make money doing that. And it just really was enlightening to me, and I fell in love with it. And it changed the whole direction of my life, not just financially, but really who I became as a person because of the people I got affiliated with and got to meet. I met this beautiful young lady, I won't say how many years ago, even though it was like 4 decades ago. But my good friend Teresa Gregory, I've known since 1985, in that time frame. Back when I had hair, I had a full head of hair. Just like these guys on the front row here, I had hair just like that, just like Adam and Steve. I actually did have hair. It's not a joke. Quit laughing. But I fell in love with this concept of network marketing, and I've been in it ever since. And I quickly became a student of it, and I wanted to learn everything about it because I wanted to build an incredible business. And I've had the privilege to spend half of my life as an adult, about 18 and 19 years, building organizations all around the world. And I've spent the other half of my life working inside, either owning companies or executive management within companies, because I love that too. I love the team building of what we do. And I love where I sit right now with Janess. I get the chance to work with these amazing people like Chris Cooper, who manages 60 plus countries for this company. Let's give him a hand for what he does for this company. And if I wouldn't have said yes a long time ago, I wouldn't have met Anshu and Pia and Udia and the team that runs this company already in Denis. And there's people around the world already that manage Denis all around the world. And so I've had a chance to meet all those people during those years. And I get a chance to come into this great company at a time that is probably the next 5 and 10 and 15 years that are in front of us will be historic. So you're sitting in a place tonight that people 2 years from now, 4 years from now, 10 years from now, they'll look back and they'll say, oh my gosh, you were there in September of 2017? You mean you're a founder of one of the original people that started Denis, India? And they'll look back and they'll just be amazed that you sat here during those times. And what we want to really implore upon you and to really try to stress to you is to take a serious look, not just take a casual look, and not just join Denis and say, yes, I would like to try this, but take a serious look. Do studies and really understand what this model is and what this company is, that you really have a chance to be a part of something that is one of the most amazing movements ever to hit this industry. You see, I want to talk about, just for a few minutes, one of the things I love as well with Denis is you get to travel the world with Denis. We're going to talk a lot about that. One of my loves in life also are chili peppers, believe it or not.
Wow.
And I have waited forever to come to India because they say you have the hottest chili peppers in the world, right? You have hot chilies here?
Yes.
Well, my challenge to you is I would like to have a competition. Anybody that's got hot chilies and can eat them, I'll take you on. It's not a problem. I grew up eating hot chilies in America, and I can eat them all by the bowl. I don't know why. I go to Thailand, and these are the hottest chilies I've ever had in my life so far are in Thailand, the little tiny ones. And I can eat the whole bowl full. I don't know why, but I just really can't. But anyway, it has nothing to do with Denis, but I love chili peppers. So it's one of the benefits of coming to this great land is you get to eat some of these great chilies. I even had some street chilies the other night with Chris where they were frying them there on the street. That was pretty fun. But also, Denis is going around the world. I've had the privilege to be with this company for about 17 months now. And it's been an amazing 17 months. I've been to 55 events now, I think, across the world on all continents, 32 unique countries. This company is in 146 countries around the world. And please, all of the diamonds, and for us, follow us all on social media. What we want to do is we want to share our lives of what we do all around the world with you and share that and give you stories to share and to help you build your business. This is why we do it. You got to ask yourself, of all the companies in the world, thousands and thousands and thousands of companies that have come before Denis. Denis starts in 2009. And out of nowhere starts at 0, and then in 7 years, 6.5 years, becomes number 14 in the world. Why would this company, of all the other companies with good products and good management team, good compensation plans, good stories, why would Denis pass them all? Just like you pass on the streets here in India, Denis has passed all the competition except for 13 other companies in the history of this industry. We're the fastest growing ever in the history. And before I came, I looked at it and just said, why? Why would this company do it? I think obviously it's a combination of several factors, but I personally think the number one factor is our business model. That our business model is, thank you very much. Yes, I got an applause for that one, but thank you very much. But the business model is a model that was built and innovated and created by the founders of this company for the future, not for the past. They created a company that would be a company of the future, not to be a company that was similar to the past. And you know what? The business world around us is changing. They shared all the other companies with eBay and Google and all these things. The world of commerce, of manufacturers trying to manufacture products and take those products into consumers and to obtain new customers. That whole world is changing right before our eyes. In the last 5 years and 10 years, it's radically changing how consumers are buying products, how they're trusting manufacturers to try new products and to see if they even want to explore trying those new products. The number one thing that's happening in the world right now is people want to trust who they purchase products from. And this is why network marketing is sweeping the globe, because people can trust their friends, at least most of them, and they can trust their family members. And that is what they want to do. They want to trust the product through someone they know has already tried the product. And that is why network marketing is taking off like crazy. And this is why Denis smartly created a model that anybody can do. And this is what I love actually about the company the most, is this business model that any one of you in the room, whether you're sitting right up here or you're way back at the very back, you've never seen Denis, you're here for the first time, or you've already made some of the ranks in the company. Any one of you can succeed in this business, and this is the key. It's not that you will succeed, but that you can. It's a very simple business model that no matter where you're from, and no matter what your nationality is, your ethnicity, the color of your skin, your language, your experience level, your faith, whether you're male or female, whether you're 18 or 80, you can succeed in this business. And that is what is cool about it, is that you can do it. So I want to share with you 5 reasons why I think Denis will be #1 in the world. Do you think we can become #1 in the world?
Yes.
Do you think we can become #1 in the world?
Yes.
Do you think we can become the #1 direct selling company, network marketing company in the history of India?
Yes.
Absolutely, because we're a model that we can. I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why. #1 is timing. And it's 2 factors of timing. One, of course, is that you're one of the first people to see this company. There's no doubt about it that when you get a chance to be one of the pioneers of the company, you have a chance for some great success. It's an advantage, there's no doubt about it. But you know what? It's also very difficult. It's not the easiest time to be part of a company. So what we find are the people that really want it, they will stick with it. They will be devoted, they will be committed, they'll be disciplined to apply their talents and their commitments and their perseverance to build it. Timing is #1, there's no doubt. We have incredible growth in front of us in this great land in the next 6, 12, 18 months. And you're the first people that can take it to this great land. Second part, thank you. Yes, congratulations to you. So thank you for seeing the company before everybody else is seeing it. Remember you saw Wendy talk about that? You got to be able to see something before anybody else sees it. That's what she shared. That's how they made incredible amount of money in the medical world. They saw the medical world was changing through technology, and they saw it before others, and they acted upon it. So now that you've seen it, obviously you need to act upon it. Second part of timing is where we sit as a company in this massive industry. You see, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's a massive industry. And Denis is one of the most current companies ever in the history of this industry. So at the timing where the world of e-commerce is changing, we've got probably one of the most innovative, cutting-edge business models ever created. So we're a company that's new and fresh, and this is what people around the world are looking for. The 13 companies that are in front of us, of course, we want to pass them all. That's what competition is about, right? There's nothing wrong with #2 in the world, #3 in the world, wanting to become #1 in the world. You want to beat the competition. Of course we want to become #1 in the world. The advantage that we have is we have a new business model that's current, that's trendy, that's simple. If we look at the competition in front of us, these are fantastic companies. They're great companies, they're great products, great management. They happen to be the average age of 30 years old or older that are our competition in front of us. It's just a matter of the world is changing to something simpler. This is what people are looking for. So #1 is timing. #2 is products. And on that, which one am I on? Okay, you got 2 screens over here. #2 is products. You know, we have got science-based products, and I'm not going to go into the details of that. But what I look at it is can the average person, that means you, can you market our products to people that you know? And the answer is absolutely yes. We have products that I call bullseye products, hero products, that anybody in the world, they don't just need them, but they want them. And if you want to make money in this kind of business, market products that people want to spend their money on. And beauty is at the top of the list. You know, one factor about beauty, it doesn't matter where you live. You got department stores here, right? Where you have all the big shopping and all. And the first floor of the department store, whether it's in Mumbai, or it's London, England, or if it's New York City, or if it's Mexico City, if it's Seoul, Korea, Bangkok, Thailand, Singapore, it doesn't matter. When you walk into that first level of that department store, what do you see? Every single time. Beauty, cosmetics, skin, right? Every single store around the world. See, it's not just here in India, it's around the world. People will spend their money on beauty, on skincare. And they'll not just spend it this year. They'll spend their money 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 50 years from now. They'll still be spending it. You know why? Because our skin is aging. No matter what, it's aging, it's dying. People want to look younger, longer, forever. The third factor is compensation. And this is the thing I love about this company. I'm a lover of compensation plans. I've done my own in the past. And Wendy Lewis is brilliant when it comes to this. She's not only brilliant at mathematics, she's brilliant at programming. And she developed and concepted a compensation plan that is so crazy simple, that has massive compounding potential. See, when it comes down to it, it's all about compounded math. Very, very simple math that compounds. 2 people that get 2 more, they have 4, they have 8, they have 16, they have 32, they have 64, they have 128, 256, 512, 1,024. It just keeps going and going and going. And that's what the model is based upon, is compounded math. She programmed a system of compensation that any one of you can start with. And you can start by making just a part-time income, but the potential of it is unlimited. So you can start here, right here, as they talked about, with the Founders Pack. Be one of the first people in this business to activate your business. How many of you have signed up already and registered with the company? Okay? Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How many of you have already activated your business by purchasing a pack? If you have, please stand up. Please stand up. Okay? Please stand up. Let's give these people a hand. Congratulations to all of you. This is the first step for you to change your life with Denis, is to activate your business by purchasing a pack. You took a position, it was free to sign up, then you can sit down. Now is the time for the rest of you to activate your business. That's how it starts. That's how you'll build the compensation, is to activate your business. So compensation with this company is unbelievable. It's unlimited. The fourth thing that we have is a system. And you know what? We're the only company in the world, in the history of network marketing, that's ever had a system like this. See, before they started the company, they thought about building a company that would be a global company. And that means a multi-country, multi-language, multi-currency system from day one. You see, most companies that launch in this industry, they launch with a business model and a system that's for their country only. And they try to get that company off the ground in that one country. And then when it becomes successful, they want to expand, they've got to add on to that platform, to that system. And so it's just like a house. If you build a house and you got more people want to live in it, you got to add on another room. Then you add on another room. Then you add on another room. And it's not that functional. What Wendy and Randy and Scott, they built a platform from day one that would be multi-country, multi-language, multi-currency. And you know what this means? It means that any one of you can do it. See, I think it's down to one simple thing that any one of you can do. There's one secret to building this business, I believe. And it's simply just opening your mouth and talking to other people. If you'll share Denis with other people, you'll find the people eventually that will join, that will become customers. And the key is just to keep talking to them. It's as simply as blah, 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 blah. Hi, my name's Denis. What's your name? I'm blah, 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 blah. And you send them to your system, to the website. It doesn't matter what language they speak. It doesn't matter what state they live in India. They can live all the way across India. You don't have to be there. You can just call them on the phone, text them or whatever, send them to your website. The system speaks to them in the language. The system ships them the product. The system takes the currency where they live. You know, India is one of those countries where a mass amount of people travel through India. We just went through, I forgot the name of the airport in Delhi, but they say it's the number one. They have this big sign that says world's number one airport. You know what that means? Is a mass amount of people that don't live in this land travel through India. You see them all the time, right? You see them in restaurants, you see them traveling, you see them tourists coming through. You know what those people are? They're people from other languages, other countries, that our system can do the work for you. All you have to do is walk up and introduce yourself and say, hi, my name is so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. And you send them a link to your website. They live over in Germany. And the system will speak to them in German. It'll ship them German products. It'll take their orders in German currency. And all you did was introduce them. So we've got an incredible system that you can build with. The last thing, and maybe the most important of all, because you've got to have good people that will drive and manage the business. The last is the leadership of this company. And I've been around for a long, long time, and I've seen a lot of management teams, a lot of great field leadership. Denis is unprecedented. The amount of talent that we have. Where's Anshu? Is he backstage? Starting with our team here in India, with Anshu and his team. Let's give that team a hand for who they are. This team, this leadership team in India, they have worked so hard to launch this country, and they're only beginning. And then we have people like Chris Cooper all around the world running all these other regions and all these other countries all across the world. The third part of leadership that we have, of course, is our top field leadership, our diamonds that we have. You know, we have got incredible people that love people, that will serve people, that know how to lead, that know how to build, and that will share their secrets and their talent with you. What I want to do is recognize the diamonds. Please have the diamonds stand up. Let's give them all a hand for who they are as people. And we also got rubies and emeralds. If you got any rubies and emeralds in the room, let's give them all a hand. We've got people that have come from around the world. Sapphire elites. Got any sapphire elites in the world? But these are our leaders that will help you build this business. So thank you very much. The last thing I want to tell you is something that I think I shared with you, that the world is changing on business right before our eyes. There's one other thing that I think is happening right before our eyes, and that's the people of the world are changing. We're seeing it happen. It's sweeping the globe. That forever, the governments of the world, in this part of the world, for 10,000 years, whoever was governing the lands, they fought against each other. They're still fighting. Where I live, they've been fighting for thousands of years. If you go to Europe, it's 10,000 years. This people group fought this people group, and it changed forever. You know what? There's always going to be arguments within whatever it is within the world. It's always just going to be that way. It's the way it is. All the countries will always have borders, and they should. We should respect that and honor that. But what's happening right before our eyes is the people of the world want to become friends with the people of the world. We may be the first people group ever in the history of this planet to really see this. That people now, it doesn't matter the color of your skin, the language that you speak, whether you're male or female, what country you're from. People want to become friends with the people of the world. And where you can see this is go to your Facebook page and just look at that Facebook page. There's people from all over this region probably on your own Facebook page in this area. And what is happening with Denis is you're going to build this team of people. You'll start with 2 people and you'll become an executive. And then you'll rank and continue to build a group. And that group will grow and grow and grow. And next thing you know, you'll have 100 people. And they may be all here in this beautiful land. Then you'll have 500 people, 1,000 people, 2,000 people. You don't control where these people come from. You never will. When you talk to these diamonds on the front row and our rubies and our emeralds, they have thousands and thousands and 10,000 people that are in their groups. And they're now their family. These are their friends that they've gotten to know through this model. This model has introduced them to people from all lands. Maybe people they wouldn't have talked to before. Maybe people historically they wouldn't have been friends with. But because of the business model ties them together, these people are becoming friends. Men and women are becoming friends. Families are becoming friends. Their children are meeting their other children. they're becoming these families of people all around the globe. And this is what is going to happen for you. First, we're going to help you build one India. That you're going to have people from across India, no matter where they're from, whatever parts of India they're from, they're going to become your family because they're going to be in your downline. They're going to be part of your business. And I can guarantee you this, that the money in the business of Denis can enhance your life. It can change your life economically. It can change your legacy forever. But the people of Denis will change your life and who you are as a person like never before. So let's go make it happen. I love you all. Bless you all.